Hi guys, it's Maureen. Welcome back to my little English page. Today is our weekly listening practice and we're doing a fable. It's been a while. I think it's been 2 weeks since we've done a fable. Last week we did something different. We had a little activity on back to school. So today we're back on fables and we have quite a few people in the comments section already. So Cambridge English teacher Rory. Rory is our teacher today. How are you? Nice to see you here. Ooh, gotta put that right. And then Sheriff is here as well. Kader. English Vibes with a new photo. We have Boran as well. And do we have anybody else? Yeah, Hugo is here too. Koke as well. How are you guys? Lovely to see you. Ooh, wrong way. Yeah, we don't want to see the light. Is it a live or a premiere? This is a live. This is a live. The premiere, guys, is when you see the video. It's scheduled and the teacher is also in the chat. But right now, I'm actually talking to you live. So it's slightly different, okay? All right, guys. So let's start. You know the drill. You could become the patron of the week. We already have 2 patrons this week, which are Koke and Daniel. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate. You know that these contributions, these coffee contributions, go towards paying the software, for example, but also for new things that I need. I'm thinking about getting a new SD card as well, so that I can film even more things at once. So thank you so much, guys. If you're interested in becoming a patron as well, you can just get me a cup of coffee. This is tea though, but it's the same. A cup of coffee at www.coffee.com. If you want, just check. There's a link in the description below. Go ahead, have a look. Doesn't cost anything. And if you're interested, maybe just get me a cup of coffee. All right, so today, guys, we're going to do a little bit of listening. So slightly different from how we usually do it. I'm going to play the recording once, but you're actually going to see the teacher. Why? Because I think it's really useful when you can see the person's mouth. It helps you understand. So you are going to actually see Rory read the fable first. Then we'll move on to our task, okay, our listening task, the fill in the gap activity. We will of course have a look at the vocabulary within the fable as well. There's actually quite a few more words than usual, guys. So good, we're doing 2 things at once. Listening and vocabulary. Yay! Alright guys, so let's have a look a little bit at our teacher today. You know Rory is in the comment section. So this is Rory. He runs the YouTube channel Cambridge, that's a word that I always mispronounce. I always say Cambridge English teacher Rory. So Rory specializes in exam prep and more specifically the Cambridge exams, B2 FCE and C1 CAE. So if you're interested in those exams, guys, please go ahead, have a look at his channel. There's loads of videos. There's also a link in the description below to a course that he has created that you can download for free. Just click on the link and you can download it. All right. Now I know not a lot of you are necessarily focused on those specific exams. They're quite popular in Europe though, but exam tips are always good for any type of exams. Some lessons might be more focused on how to do a specific part of an exam, but there are also general tips that are very useful. So please go ahead and have a look at those videos, guys. So, hey, Camilo is here as well. So guys, now we're going to listen to a little video, a little clip that Rory did for us. He's going to tell us a little bit more about him, his channel, and he also has a wonderful listening tip for you. Are you ready? Yes, Maureen, we're ready. Let's go.
Hello guys, I'm Cambridge English teacher Rory from studentlanguages.com, and what I do is I help students like you to pass the Cambridge English examinations. So I am a native English teacher from Cambridge in the UK, and I release lots of videos for my YouTube channel, Cambridge English teacher Rory, which will help you to pass all the different sections of the B2 first, that's FCE, and C1 Advanced, that's CAE, Cambridge English exams. And what I have for you guys today is a quick listening tip. Now, when you want to improve your English listening skills, this is what I advise you to do. I advise you to watch an English television program or film in your native language so that you understand the plot and the storyline and that you can remember some of the lines from the television program or film. I then advise you to watch the same television program or film in English. If you already understand the storyline and the plot, then you won't need to concentrate so much on that when you are watching this in English, and you can focus more on the language that they use while already understanding the story. And so that's a really good idea. Watch something in English that you already know well and that you have hopefully watched before in your native language. So that's my listening tip for you guys today. And as I'm sitting here in beautiful France, this is the Loire River, which hopefully you can see running behind me. I'm also going to read you guys a very quick fable.
Okay guys, so before we listen, we're going to listen in a minute, of course. So this tip is wonderful, guys. Watch something in English that you have already watched in your own language. That way you know what's going on. You don't need to understand every single word. And this tip can also be applied to reading. It's a great way to do some reading. For example, I don't know, very basic common example, Harry Potter. A lot of people have read those books in their own language. You know the story, you know how it goes. So do it in English. Okay guys? Let me know how this tip goes. I really want you to try it out and let me know in the comment section in a few days. Deal? Deal, Marine. Okay. Alright. Oh, wonderful. So Sergi has already subscribed to Rory's channel. Wonderful. Alright guys. So before we get started, you know what time it is? You know, it's time to give the video a big thumbs up. I know that you like my videos. I know you enjoy them. I know you learn a lot from my videos. But what I don't know is why you don't give the video a big thumbs up. Why? I'm so confused. If you like my videos so much, well, show me that love and thumb it up. Give the video a big thumbs up. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Ha! I think I will always be embarrassed of that video. I don't know why I keep playing it. Well, I do see a few thumbs up, guys, so thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, we have somebody new here as well with us. We have Shafi. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. And Rory, you like that video, huh? Made you laugh. Okay guys, so as you can see, the fable that we are going to have a look at today is called The Frogs Asking for a King. So I do like to teach you just a few little words of vocabulary before we start, and usually those are animals. So of course I feel that you know what a frog is, okay? It's usually green, can be quite colorful though. It's quite small, has a smooth skin, very cute, and French people eat them, yes. But I also wanted to introduce what a toad was. It looks very, very similar to a frog, but it has warts and it's usually bigger and like the skin is funny, and they don't have such bright colors. You can find red frogs, blue frogs, there's many colors, whereas toads are usually brown, gray, those kind of colors. Okay? Alright, so we are going to listen to the fable for the first time now, and you are going to actually see Rory read the fable. So focus on just listening on what you can understand, okay? Don't worry, after you will hear the fable again with the words so that you can do the activity, but first I want you to really focus on understanding what is going on in the fable, okay? Alright, so let's listen to that first.
The frogs, grieved at having no established ruler, sent ambassadors to Jupiter, entreating for a king. Perceiving their simplicity, he cast down a huge log into the lake. The frogs were terrified at the splash occasioned by its fall, and hid themselves in the depths of the pool. But as soon as they realized that the huge log was motionless, they swam again to the top of the water, dismissed their fears, climbed up, and began squatting on it in contempt. After some time they began to think themselves ill-treated in the appointment of so inert a ruler, and sent a second deputation to Jupiter to pray that he would set over them another sovereign. He then gave them an eel to govern them. When the frogs discovered his easy good nature, they sent yet a third time to Jupiter, to beg him to choose for them still another king. Jupiter, displeased with all their complaints, sent a heron, who preyed upon the frogs day by day, till there were none left to croak upon the lake. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this fable, and I look forward to seeing you in some future videos. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Alright, so as you can see, poor Rory had the sun right in his face, so he's squinting a lot. But I love how he reads. It's very slow. The pace is I think for you guys is going to be easier to understand than other times. I also think, so you guys know my boyfriend Aaron is also from Cambridge, but I feel that Aaron mumbles a little bit more. So let me know, do you think Rory is easier to understand or is Aaron easier to understand? Let me know, I'm very curious because they come from a very, very similar place. Alright guys, so let me know what you heard. What did you understand? What is this about? What's going on in the fable? Do you have any ideas? Obviously it deals with frogs and something related to kings as well, right? But let me know in a few words what you understood from this fable. Sheriff is saying that yes, you did used to hunt for frogs sorry, in a nearby garden. Okay. And yes, Rory is a great narrator. I do really like the way he speaks. It's very nice. Squinting, yeah, great, good word. It was so bright. I bet it was. Which is weird. Why is it so sunny in France and so hot? That's not normal. Okay, and then yeah, so Sheriff, you agree. Rory is slightly easier to understand. Okay, good. So, in case you're new guys and you're desperately writing comments and I'm not replying, there is a slight delay between the moment you write your comment and the moment I receive it. So don't despair if you're just writing and writing and writing and I'm not responding. It's coming. Okay, so Cookie, so you couldn't understand everything or you couldn't understand at all? That's not the same, so please specify. I couldn't understand everything or I couldn't understand anything at all. Let me know, okay? So, you didn't get anything, guys? What is this about? What's the problem? So the frogs have a problem. What is their problem? What is the frog's problem? Sergio, you did not understand anything. Oh gosh. Okay. And Sheriff said, you feel Aaron is more Scottish. Well, you're only saying that because you know his dad is Scottish, but Aaron has nothing Scottish going on. Nothing at all. So he was sent to Jupiter. Who? So Jupiter is mentioned, of course, yes. Okay. Alright, so I think maybe that was a little bit challenging. Let's have a look at the activity then. So as you know, you will see the text written out, but there are gaps. Now we have a total of 10 gaps in total. A total of 10 gaps in total. I'm just repeating myself. We have 10 gaps in total, but each gap could have 1, 2, 3, or even 4 gaps. There's a mix. know that towards the end there are more gaps, so it intensifies towards the end. The end is going to be a little bit more challenging, okay? All right. So yes, this is the first time you listen without the script, absolutely. And it is more challenging, isn't it? Haha, I know. All right. Let's just listen to the audio first and look at the exercise. I don't want to tell you too much about what everything is in the audio, okay? All right, let's listen to the exercise first, guys. Let's do this.
The frogs, grieved at having no established ruler, sent ambassadors to Jupiter, entreating for a king. Perceiving their simplicity, he cast down a huge log into the lake. The frogs were terrified at the splash occasioned by its fall, and hid themselves in the depths of the pool. But as soon as they realized that the huge log was motionless, they swam again to the top of the water, dismissed their fears, climbed up, and began squatting on it in contempt. After some time they began to think themselves ill-treated in the appointment of so inert a ruler, and sent a second deputation to Jupiter to pray that he would set over them another sovereign. He then gave them an eel to govern them. When the frogs discovered his easy good nature, they sent yet a third time to Jupiter, to beg him to choose for them still another king. Jupiter, displeased with all their complaints, sent a heron, who preyed upon the frogs day by day, till there were none left to croak upon the lake. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this fable, and I look forward.
Alright guys, so this was a little bit challenging, I told you. I know there is a lot of vocabulary in there that you don't know, but remember, we will have a look at all of that vocabulary in just a few minutes. Okay, so Sheriff is writing some answers, very good. Cookie, you said you didn't understand anything. Okay, why? Is it because you couldn't see the words and you're used to reading the words at the same time? Is it because you're not used to this accent? Or just let me know what you found challenging in this particular fable, okay? So don't worry, we're going to listen to it one more time right now. Let's do that.
The frogs, grieved at having no established ruler, sent ambassadors to Jupiter, entreating for a king. Perceiving their simplicity, he cast down a huge log into the lake. The frogs were terrified at the splash occasioned by its fall, and hid themselves in the depths of the pool. But as soon as they realized that the huge log was motionless, they swam again to the top of the water, dismissed their fears, climbed up, and began squatting on it in contempt. After some time they began to think themselves ill-treated in the appointment of so inert a ruler, and sent a second deputation to Jupiter to pray that he would set over them another sovereign. He then gave them an eel to govern them. When the frogs discovered his easy good nature, they sent yet a third time to Jupiter, to beg him to choose for them still another king. Jupiter, displeased with all their complaints, sent a heron, who preyed upon the frogs day by day, till there were none left to croak upon the lake. The frogs.
Oop, wrong one. Okay, guys, so I see only Sheriff is writing answers. Does that mean it's quite difficult for everybody else, guys? I'm surprised. I didn't think this one would be so challenging. Okay, hey Bob, how are you? So, to go back on what, I think it was Sergi who asked, what is Jupiter? It's not a thing. I mean, usually it's just a planet, really. But I assume here it's referring to either some kind of higher authority. Maybe it could somehow be a representation. I don't want to say that, but it's supposed to be some kind of like their god. It's just something that's above. That's what I think it means in this case, what Jupiter is, okay? Okay, and you guys saying more challenging than usual indeed. Okay, all right. Yes, Sheriff, indeed, the frogs are searching for a king. Absolutely. Okay, guys, so because we do have quite a lot of vocabulary to have a look at, we're going to listen to the answer straight away. Ready? Let's do that.
The frogs. Grieved at having no established ruler, sent ambassadors to Jupiter, entreating for a king. Perceiving their simplicity, he cast down a huge log into the lake. The frogs were terrified at the splash occasioned by its fall, and hid themselves in the depths of the pool. But as soon as they realized that the huge log was motionless, they swam again to the top of the water, dismissed their fears, climbed up, and began squatting on it in contempt. After some time they began to think themselves ill-treated in the appointment of so inert a ruler, and sent a second deputation to Jupiter to pray that he would set over them another sovereign. He then gave them an eel to govern them. When the frogs discovered his easy good nature, they sent yet a third time to Jupiter, to beg him to choose for them still another king. Jupiter, displeased with all their complaints, sent a heron, who preyed upon the frogs day by day, till there were none left to croak upon the lake.
Okay, so how was it, guys? Let me know in the chat section how many you got right. Now, Sheriff said something that is really good. You basically understood the general idea of what was going on. This is the, let me just remove those things so it's not in the way. No, that's not the one I wanted to remove, this one. Okay, Sheriff said, so he sent a ruler, basically. The frogs refused him. He was a kind ruler, and then he gave them a bad one. Very good. So this, we're going to use it later for the moral of the story, to understand what the moral is, okay? Alright, so we're going to move on to the vocabulary section of our live today, guys. Alright, so the frogs asking for a king. Here is the first word that I wanted to go over. It is grieved. Grieved. So here they're referring to the frogs. The frogs are sad. They're sad frogs because they don't have a ruler. So they're really sad. Okay, then we have another word, which is entreat. Now, we have seen this word before. You know what? I'm actually going to put it in red. The words we have already seen should be in red. Here we go. So, entreat, guys, in case you don't remember, it means to ask for, to implore, to beg for. So they were entreating for a king. They are desperate for a king. They want a ruler real bad. Then we also had the word perceive. To perceive. If you perceive something, you either recognize it or you are aware of it. You're conscious of it, okay? Then we had the word cast. Here they said that Jupiter cast a log, I think, into the water. He threw. That's what it means. To cast, to throw. Okay? He threw a log. Now, what is a log? A log is a piece of wood. Usually a pretty big, chunky piece of wood. When you make a fire, when you build a fire, you have to put wood inside the fire. You put logs, wood logs. Wooden logs? Wooden logs. Okay? Good. Now, we also have the word depth. Depth. So, as you know, deep is an adjective. Depth is the noun. Now, in this particular context, when they talk about the depth, they are talking about the bottom of the pool, or I assume it's more like a lake, really. But they're referring to the bottom of that body of water. Okay, it's the frogs, they ran, they swam to the bottom of the water because they were scared of the log. Okay? Alright, so let me just have a quick look at your comment section, guys. 7 out of 10, that's really good, Sheriff. Well done. Okay, Sergi, you seem to have done really well as well. Okay. All right. And Koke, it's okay. You remember, sometimes it's more challenging, sometimes it's easier. You'll do better next time. Don't worry. Okay? Like Castaway, the movie. Yes, very good indeed. Okay, next word here is motionless. Motionless. So remember, there's a way to understand words if you analyze what they're made of. So here we have motion and we have less. Less is a negative suffix. I always confuse suffix and prefixes. It's a negative suffix. And we have the word motion that's related to movement. So basically here it means no movement. It's an adjective, which means it's a synonym of still, stationary, immobile. I'm not sure how to say this word, guys. I should have checked it. Sorry about that. But basically, it's not moving at all. Okay? We are going to see another synonym of motionless a little bit later on. Next word here is squat. So you know what squats are. It's a type of exercise, you know, when you kind of bend your legs. I'm not going to show you me squatting, definitely not. But in this case here, it's referring to how the frogs sit. So if we go back here, for example, okay, here, see how the legs are bent? Okay, here, their legs are completely bent. They are squatting, okay? Hopla. All right, so next word is ill-treated. So when you are ill, you're poorly, you feel bad. And ill-treated means badly treated, okay? I can't remember who's ill-treated in there. Is it the frogs or is it the eel? I can't remember. But somebody is not treated the right way, okay? If you're ill-treated, oh, very bad mistake, guys. People are not treating you the right way. So here is the synonym of motionless, inert. Basically, immobile. Oh, I choose the same word, the one I can't pronounce. Let's change it by still. It'll be better that way. Hopla. Perfect. Alright, then the next word here is deputation. So, in this context, so I chose the word a committee. But basically what they were saying here is that they chose a group of people and they sent that group of people to Jupiter to see, to try to, they're kind of like lobbyists, right? That deputation, that group of frogs, they're there to try to convince whoever is in Jupiter, whoever Jupiter is, to give them a ruler. Okay, so here a deputation is referring to a group of people that have been given the task of a specific task. In this context, getting them a ruler. Okay? Then we have a few more words. They use the word sovereign Sovereign, it's a synonym of, sorry, of ruler. Okay? And then the last word today is pray. Pray. Okay? So pray can be a noun or a verb. In this context, it was a verb. Well, it was an ed, so it was kind of like an adjective, I think. I don't remember if it was a conjugated verb. But basically it means to hunt. To hunt. In this context, okay? They were preyed upon, I think, so they were hunted. Otherwise, a prey is, so you have predators and you have preys. A wolf is a predator. A sheep is a prey. So it's the target of a predator is a prey. Okay, guys? Good. All right. So this was a slightly quicker live. I did it on purpose. I think a whole hour of listening is a little bit intense. So I'm going to try to make those lives slightly quicker, guys. Okay? Immobile. Okay. All right. Thank you, Sherry, for checking that. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. Let me move on to the bye-bye slide. Okay, so first, before anything, I did want to thank again our wonderful teacher today, who was Rory. Please make sure that you check his channel. I have put a link in the description below to his channel, excuse me, but also to his website, where you can download a free course, an English course for free. So, you know, that's a good thing. Go ahead and check it out, guys. You gotta do it. It's always good to get free stuff. Yeah. All right. So again, thank you so much, Rory. And go ahead, have a look at one of his videos and give it a big thumbs up and leave him a lovely little comment. It's always very enjoyable when people leave comments, guys. Okay, so now you know the drill. You could become a patron like Koke and Daniel this week. This just implies you giving me a little cup of coffee. It's a digital coffee though. This is a tea, but a digital cup of coffee. And these are contributions that go towards helping me pay for this software, pay for my editing software, which is a little bit expensive. Anyways, so it also helps me create more content because that way I can take less classes. And also, I always need new things. I've just told you before I need a new SIM card, and I still have a broken tripod. So if you are interested, guys, if you want to have a look, just check out www.coffee.com. Again, there's a link in the description below, and you can just at least have a look at it and see if you're interested in maybe becoming a patron. Okay, so next live is going to be on YouTube, and it is next Thursday at 4:30. I know our lives are usually at 4, but this week I did at 4:30, and I feel that more people were able to join because the time was even just 30 minutes later. So I'm going to try that again for the next few weeks, see how that goes, and if not, I'll just move back to the regular schedule, which is 4 o'clock. Now, I do have a brand new series coming out next Monday. I'm not going to tell you much more about it, but every Monday there is going to be a new video, at least for a little while. So make sure that you turn on your notification bells, guys. You know, the little bell close to the like. Click on it and you'll get a little ding sound. I don't know if it's a ding sound, but you'll get something letting you know that I have a new video out. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, but also share the video. If you know you have a friend or a family member who needs to work on their English, who needs to practice, share the video with them. They can always benefit from it. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and of course, keep on learning. Bye-bye. Hey guys, so you liked this video, you enjoyed it, and you want more? Don't worry, I have over 150 videos on my channel. There's one right here, and there's another one right here. And while you click on those little videos, guys, I'm going to dance for you.